nothing happens, I mean, if Russia doesn't invade Ukraine but keeps like this massive amount of troops at the border, is this something you can live with? In this case, would there be sanctions, less sanctions, no sanctions at all?
So we're trying to, first of all, deter and prevent a potentially massive Russian invasion. That's step number one. If we end up in a circumstance of the kind you described, we'll deal with that as it comes, but I'm not going to get into hypotheticals today in terms of our reaction. I'll just take one more question.
To follow up, but at this moment, are we in a position where what the next step is reducing the troops at on the borders of Ukraine? Is this the next thing that can happen that could satisfy the U.S. and the allies?
What do you mean by the next thing?
What would, after the week we've had, what are we expecting? That they take, of course, we're hoping that the Russian troops back off. But is this the only next step possible? Of course, there's the invasion, but after the entire week of diplomacy.
Well, what we've said all along is that we're happy to talk. We're happy to talk about our interests and our concerns. We're happy to listen to the Russians talk about their interests and their concerns. But we've also been very clear from the beginning that to make concrete progress, real tangible progress, it has to happen in an environment of de-escalation. So we will have to see now on the diplomatic path what comes next. We'll have to determine that first with our friends and then in engagement with the Russians. And as I stand here today, I can't tell you what the next steps will be. I can only tell you that the United States, the Biden administration, our allies and partners, we're prepared to deal with whatever comes.
The ambiance in the negotiation today, I mean, you made reference to the pessimist or the different statements we heard, but the Russians officials had a more pessimistic and negative tone. Did they have the same tone when they were face to face with the?
They were professional and businesslike. We clearly disagreed on things, and there were areas where both sides saw there was a possibility for progress. Beyond that, it's hard for me really to characterize their point of view. They can characterize it for themselves. Thank you, guys.